Hey, what's going on, Fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm bringing you my full detailed review over Argos and their fragrance, Danaë. So if you want to see what this fragrance is all about and get my thoughts on it, be sure and keep it right here. Come with me on a journey, a search, a quest to find myself and to rekindle a passion for fragrances that used to burn so bright. I found myself lately being uninspired, unmotivated. I don't want to do another top 10 video just to get views. I don't want to do another list video just to get subscribers. I want to talk about fragrances from a place of passion and love. I want to feel like I did whenever I was 7 years old and I smelled Nautica for the first time and what it did with me. It's the fragrance that set this whole crazy thing into motion. And over the years, maybe that passion's died off a little bit, but there was still a flame, there was still something inside of me that was hoping to feel that same way again. Come with me as I look for such a fragrance, as I look for a fragrance that inspires, it motivates, it speaks to me, it touches my soul. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we talk everything fragrance related. We're doing top 10 videos, we're doing fragrance reviews, interviews, weekly fragrance rotations, seasonal videos, everything that encompasses fragrances you can find right here. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, be sure and hit that red subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown this channel. So guys, obviously, as you can tell from the opening of this video, it's going to be a little bit different style of review. Guys, I kind of want to have a heart-to-heart. I kind of want to get, in my feelings a little bit. Not going to lie, like this fragrance has made me feel a certain type of way, and for a good reason. So, I've always kind of wanted to take more of a, cinematic, theatrical, style approach on reviews, and I think I'm gonna start doing it, guys. So I'd be lying if I said I haven't taken some inspiration from other reviewers, but there's nothing wrong with that, guys. We each you make it your own, and there's nothing wrong with finding inspiration. So this fragrance has definitely inspired me. It has rekindled a passion that I didn't know was fading, but we'll get into that here in just a second. But overall, guys, this fragrance means a lot to me, and we'll go ahead and get into that. So we'll get into the review in just one second, but I do want to open up about this fragrance just for a second, guys. If I'm being honest, guys, there's been, I would say, a 4 to 5 month period, really, maybe even longer, where I've really been just not super passionate about reviewing, about doing this whole YouTube thing. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of money. It's a big investment, and I found myself just getting fragrances just to get fragrances so that way I could review for you guys, trying to get my numbers up, not really succeeding at that. And I kind of just overall lost the passion. I've always obviously never not wanted to smell good. I've never wanted to get rid of all my fragrances. I've never wanted to just up and call it quits, but I kind of lost that passion, almost just lost the reason why I got into this. But this fragrance has restored that, and honestly, it's given me a new outlook. Not just this fragrance, but just some of the life stuff that I've been going through, and this fragrance has helped me to realize that. And so that's the beautiful thing about fragrances, they can be a catalyst for a new perspective or a new outlook on life, and this definitely did this. And so guys, the reason why this fragrance is so important to me is it made me feel something that I haven't felt in a very, very long time. Honestly, it took me off guard so much, in a good way, that it reawakened that passion, that awe of what a fragrance can do, guys. It really honestly took me right back into my room whenever I was 7 years old and I smelled Nautica for the first time. That was the fragrance that started this whole crazy passion. That was, at the time, I was 7 years old, you know what I mean? So, no judgment, but that was the best thing that I've ever smelled. I was like, man, this is an amazing, amazing fragrance. I always want to smell like this, or I just want to smell good. And it just, it did something inside of me that, you know, just catapulted this crazy fragrance journey that I've been on for the past, you know, 23 years of my life. And you know, over the years and over, you know, just doing the fragrance channel and over, you know, just reviewing and, you know, trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, I found myself getting lost, and I found myself, you know, kind of losing my way, if you will, of like, you know, doing this for the passion. But this has restored it, guys. This fragrance, well, it's phenomenal, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. So I can't wait to get into this fragrance and talk to you about it. But just know that, guys, there's nothing wrong with, you know, finding passion again, and, you know, taking a more artistic side, speaking about what things can make you feel like, or, you know, these emotions that you get. So let's go ahead and let's get into this review. All right, guys, so sorry for, you know, that little, I don't want to say rant, but just kind of a, you know, opening up a little bit about where I've been. You know, I wanted to, you know, showcase a little bit of my passion, a little bit of my artistic side, you know, taking some inspiration from other reviewers. Nothing wrong with that, you know, make it your own, but, you know, just wanted to be vulnerable for a little bit, you know, not saying that, you know, I'm not going to keep doing, you know, listed videos or something like that. But, you know, I'm in a new spot, if you will, you know, like I'm doing videos that I'm going to be passionate about, and, you know, that I'm not just doing it for the subscribers, stuff like that. I've tried that. It ain't working, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, I'm thankful for every subscriber that I got. But, you know, I think it's time for, you know, a little bit more passion. So let's go ahead and get into this review. So we're going to open up with the box presentation. I'm going to have a little side video there for you to look at while I talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into that. So there's two boxes, really. I'm going to call this the sheath box because, you know, it kind of, the box fits inside this box. So it's almost like a sheath, if you will. But you get this beautiful painting in this sheath box. You get the Argos logo up top, obviously. And then you have this, you know, lady. She's kind of in like this curled up position, you know, hand resting on her face, knees kind of curled up. You know, just a beautiful, beautiful painting. And then you have like the spiral designs with, you know, these butterflies that, you know, it's just an absolutely work of art. And then you have Danaë and then Eau de Parfum. You know, this is a 3.4 ounce. And then on the sides, you know, kind of the same spiral designs with the butterflies. And then on the back, you have some more information about the house and then the ingredients. You do have a shelf life, which I always like. You know, it says 36 months. Obviously, if you take care of your fragrances, it's going to last a lot longer, especially whenever you have, you know, more higher quality ingredients. So on up top and the bottom, kind of that same spiral and butterfly design. Overall, an amazing just little sheath box for the box to set in. Let's go ahead and get into the box. And then in the box, you have this, you know, pure white box with this gold imprinted logo, little embroiderment, you know, Argos fragrances, and then, you know, it does have the, you know, name of the fragrance, obviously Danaë, and then that's kind of it, really, except for on the top and bottom. You know, you have this gold little maybe plaque, or, you know, just the top and bottom maybe painted a little bit gold. Overall, really stellar. And then as you open the box up, you do have a little clip magnet in here that keeps, you know, the sides closed. And then here, as you open it up, you do get, you know, it says Argos Fragrances Artisan Series 1. So this is the first one in their artist series. And then, you know, it gives you a little bit about, you know, the artist and a little bit about the story of the fragrance. Really, really dig that. And then the fragrance obviously sits inside that little snug, you know, cushion there. And then what I really, really enjoy is the notes being listed at the bottom. So we'll get into the notes here in just a little bit. But guys, that was the box, actually, I guess both box presentations for Argos. Argos and their fragrance Danaë. Guys, in my opinion, I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that. I got to give the box presentation a 10 out of a 10. So moving forward with the bottle presentation, obviously I have the bottle right here, but I'm also going to do another side video to showcase a little bit more of the details because it is absolutely worth it in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get into that. So as you can see, guys, this bottle, first of all, just the shape of the bottle is phenomenal. Very, very regal, very swanky, very sophisticated. Love it. Love this. Just, I don't want to say, I don't know what kind of shape this would be. It's not square. It's not really a rectangle. I guess that could be kind of a rectangle, but it's just an elongated square, I guess. I don't want to say tube, but you know, it kind of has that vibe to it. But just love it. Love the heft that is in this bottle. Very, very good glass. And then as you can see, guys, you do get this beautiful painting that was on the little sheath box. You do have this little, you know, hand painted plaque that is actually set inside of the glass. Very, very, very nice detail there. All of these are hand painted. This is an amazing work of art, guys. The detail, the dedication that goes into this, guys, it's literally second to none. So you do have like the purples, the yellows, the greens, the lady with the purples, and like the gold little circles with the little details in there. Absolutely phenomenal. Then on the sides and back, you know, just a clear glass, but up top you do have the little Argos logo with the Eye of Ra and the little diamond in there. And then what I really like on this is inside the cap, I don't know if you can see that or not, there is their logo embroidered inside the cap, and then the cap, boom, does snap into place. You can pick it up by the cap. I never recommend doing that, but you know, to each their own. You don't have to worry about it, but then again, it could be that one time it's not on there snug enough, and you know, you didn't push it down hard enough or something. You go to pick it up, and then boom, it breaks. You're, you know, that's a bad day. So anyways, bottle presentation overall for Argos Danaë, guys, in my opinion, this is another 10 out of a 10. Absolutely phenomenal. No detail was spared on this. In my honest opinion, out of all the fragrances that I have, guys, their presentation is second to none. They have the best box and bottle presentation out of any fragrance that I have in my collection, and I'm really not ashamed to say that, guys. This is phenomenal. You get what you pay for that fragrance in the box itself, guys. The bottle, the boxes, they are works of art. No detail was spared. Absolutely phenomenal. Let's go ahead and get into the fragrance. We're gonna go ahead and get into some of the notes, or not some of them, I guess all of them. We're gonna get into the notes. I'm gonna have them listed up there for you guys to take a look at, but I'm gonna read them off of the box because one, it's really handy, and two, they're there for a reason. Let's read them off the box, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna open up and you get bergamot, you get Sicilian lemon, you get pink peppercorn, you get Gaiac wood, cedar wood, cashmere wood, and then in the base notes you do get cistus, patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. Now, what's really interesting about this fragrance, guys, is the note breakdown might be a little misleading in some aspects. Like, you know, it's not going to be this, you know, bright, fresh, citrusy opening. Like, there is some freshness to it, don't get me wrong, but don't think of like a tropical opening with, you know, this bergamot and Sicilian lemon. It does add a bit of a freshness to it, but this is predominantly, in my opinion, a very creamy, woody, almost powdery sweet wood style of fragrance. That sandalwood really comes out on my skin in this fragrance. Absolutely phenomenal. There's almost, you know, I don't think I've ever heard anyone else say this, there's almost this kind of nutty, yet at the same time kind of fruity vibe to it. Not fruity in the sense of like super citrusy tropical, but like almost like a dried baked fruit or something. Maybe something like, you know, like a nice jam or preserve or something like that. There's just a richness, there's just a fruitness to it, guys, and it's not listed. That's kind of why I was saying, you know, it might be, I don't want to say misleading, but you might be getting more off of the nose than what's listed, and that's perfectly fine. But it's just how those different you know, note breakdowns blend in with each other, and it's an amazing olfactory experience, guys. Absolutely love it. My wife, she actually really likes this fragrance. You know, this can be very unisex. I do think that it does lean a tin bit on the masculine side, just with, you know, those dried woods and that musk. You know, it can lean a little bit, you know, on the masculine side, but nonetheless, guys, my wife has worn this before and it smells fantastic on her. But like I said, you do get this kind of, dried fruit, you know, nutty vibe that's not exactly listed. But what's cool about this is my wife was wearing it and she says, you know, I kind of get almost like a holiday vibe. It makes me think of, you know, the holiday season, you know. And you know, as I sat there and smelled it, I was like, you know what, it kind of does. There's nothing like piney or cedar or anything like that, but it invokes this warm time of the year. You know, when you're around your loved ones, you're around family and friends, people you care about. Not only does it make you feel kind of warm physically because of the woods in there, but really emotionally and spiritually. It's, you know, it's an uplifting fragrance. It's a cozy style fragrance, you know, not only physically but also spiritually and emotionally. It makes me, you know, have fond memories. It makes me think, you know, of just being around my friends and family. Maybe, you know, we're having a Christmas party. Maybe we're, you know, around the table at Thanksgiving. Maybe we're just hanging out, you know, like, you know, you're around your friends and family. It's a very warm and inviting fragrance. Absolutely phenomenal. You know, it just invokes really good memories and invokes just this special time, at least in my opinion, guys. So overall, in my opinion, guys, the scent on this definitely gets a 10 out of a 10. All right, guys, so moving on to times and occasions to wear this. In my opinion, this technically could be an all year round fragrance depending on your climate. Now, what do I mean by that? Here in southern Missouri, where I'm at, we're like 45 minutes from the border of Arkansas. So we're pretty much in the south, in my opinion, and it gets really, really, really humid. So, you know, with the heat and the added humidity, it really is a bit too thick for the summertime, in my opinion. But if you're going up north somewhere, like it might get warm, you might get in the, you know, 80s and 90s, but it's going to be a bit more of a drier heat. I think you could still pull it off, but where this really does shine for me is going to be in the spring and fall. You could obviously wear this in the winter, but there's just something about this fragrance that invokes a fall kind of vibe. Obviously spring works very well as well, just because, you know, similar style of climate, but with the fall you do get more of a, I guess, a briskness in the air, and it just invokes more of a fall kind of vibe, at least in my opinion. So the seasons I would wear this specifically, spring and fall, you know, even into the winter, but depending on the climate, you can wear it all year round. And you know, if you're going to be indoors, you know, and it's hot outside, if you're in AC, hey, spray away. But that's just my recommendations. And then occasions to wear this. Now, this smells so good. In my opinion, you could wear it really anytime, anywhere. But with this being such an amazing, it just invokes special occasions to me. You know, you kind of think of stuff like, you know, Amouage Jubilation, or, you know, maybe even, I don't want to say, I don't know, but we'll go with that. Like something where you're going to have more of a special occasion. You're at maybe an event. Maybe you're, you know, at Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe you're at Christmas dinner. Maybe, you know, you're going to a graduation. You know, I know that sounds weird maybe in the winter time, but my sister-in-law, she graduated college, you know, in December, like 3-4 years ago. We went to that. You know, there's all these kind of special occasions that are happening around, you know, the holiday times. I think that is when this stuff should be pulled out. Obviously, I wear it anywhere because it's an amazing fragrance, but it just invokes more of a dressed up, you know, I don't want to say like suit and tie, obviously, but, you know, maybe a nice polo. Maybe you wear a nice button-up shirt with some nice slacks, some dress boots, something like that. Great date night fragrance. Those are kind of the occasions that I would see this being worn in. Obviously, you can wear it anytime, you wear whatever you want, but, you know, it might just seem a bit odd to wear this with a tank top and shorts, you know, headed to Walmart just to buy, you know, a gallon of milk. That's just, you know, my opinion. This, in my opinion, it's meant for those more special occasions. So that's my 2 cents. Now, moving on to the performance on this, guys. We're talking beast mode performance off of my skin. So performance, longevity, guys, for the first 2 hours, this stuff is pretty darn strong. Like, honestly, you might want to go easy on the trigger, not only for the people around you, but for yourself. Honestly, this stuff is a very thick, rich style fragrance, not in a bad way. It's a very thick, oily type of fragrance. So you might also, you know, kind of, you know, spray too much for yourself, but for the people around you, for the first couple hours, you're going to be reaching out, guys. You're going to be, you know, arm's length plus, you know, at least that's my experience with this fragrance. every bit of at least 6 foot, you know, a radius around you guys. This stuff pushes for the first couple hours. After that, I don't want to say it becomes a skin scent, because it doesn't. You're still pushing off about 3, maybe 3.5 inches off skin, so you are getting a nice little scent bubble around you. And the sillage that you leave behind you guys, this stuff is a mile long. I've had people, you know, I've been walking through the mall wearing this stuff. People have chased me down saying, man, I smelled you a whiff, waft, whatever you want to say, that came through and I could smell it, and then I tracked you down. Like, guys, this stuff is absolutely amazing when it comes to the sillage. You know, it's no joke, guys. Anytime I go into a gas station or a store wearing this stuff, as I walk by someone, as we, you know, kind of cross paths, you know, about, you know, 3-4 feet behind me, I see them turn around. I've had people say, hey man, you smell fantastic. What is that? Guys, the scent trail on this is absolutely stellar. So overall performance off of this, in my experience, guys, I'm getting 8 to 10 hours. You know, that's off of 4 sprays. If you do more than that, you can obviously get more, but with my skin chemistry, with how this works on my skin, I don't need more than 4 sprays. Like, if I do more than 4, you know, it can be kind of clawing on my skin, very thick and heavy. But 4 sprays, it's that sweet spot for me. At least that's my experience with this fragrance, you know. So 8 to 10 hours, and then obviously the performance, stellar. So this also on performance and longevity gets a 10 out of a 10. All right, guys, so wrapping up with the video, what are my final thoughts on this fragrance? Obviously, guys, I love this fragrance. This fragrance, it means a lot to me, not just because it smells good, not because it's, you know, a great smelling fragrance, guys. It's done something inside of me that has reawakened a passion that, you know, I've not really, I guess, forgot about, but, you know, maybe put off to the side, you know, trying to get my channel up, trying to get the numbers, trying to get the views, trying to do this and do that. Whenever I started this channel, guys, I really did do this to talk to you guys about fragrances and my experience with them. You know, me being passionate, talking about fragrances, this has rekindled that, and, you know, it's kind of given me a new outlook on, you know, 1, fragrance collecting, and, you know, fragrance buying, but also 2, reviewing fragrances like this. They deserve to be talked about in this manner. You know, that's just my opinion, I guess, but this stuff is absolutely phenomenal, guys. So overall assessment, hands down, across the board, this, in my opinion, this is a 10 out of a 10 fragrance. Now, this does retail for $275. This is an expensive fragrance. I hear that. Don't get me wrong. I paid for this fragrance. You know, if you want, I can show you the receipt. You know, DM me if you want. I spent my own money on this fragrance, and I'm glad that I did it. I'm actually overjoyed that I did this, because it is absolutely worth every single penny. There's a video I did not too long ago where, you know, I did fragrances that are worth every penny. This is one of those fragrances. This fragrance made that video for a reason. You get what you pay for, not only with this fragrance, but with Argos as a whole, guys. You know, this is not a paid video. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. This is literally me giving my experience with this. You get what you pay for when you get Argos, not only in fragrance quality, but the presentation, the box, the bottles, everything that goes into this fragrance, you can tell went with love and passion. Christian does not skip out on details on this, guys. And not only that, but the people that, you know, that work for Argos, they are so friendly, so kind. They are quick to respond. You know, on my first purchase, you know, there was a bit of a, you know, little error on my bank side. They stayed with me the whole time, walked me through how to fix that, and I was able to get, you know, my fragrance shipped out. Even though it was a problem on my bank side, they were able to help address it. And guys, the customer service is absolutely phenomenal. So guys, and their shipping, guys, it's almost like they know what you're going to order before you order it. Whenever I ordered this fragrance, I ordered it at 4:45 in the afternoon. By 5 o'clock, guys, 5 o'clock that same day, I had my tracking, I had shipping, I had all the information I needed, and it said that it was on its way. It was absolutely blown away, guys. It's like they knew I was going to order this beforehand. It's absolutely crazy. So with Argos, with that company, with their fragrances, you absolutely get what you pay for. So this was an amazing fragrance to review. So glad that I have it in my collection. So honestly, guys, as you can tell, amazing fragrance. You need to get your nose on it. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed, the more passionate side of this review. Hope you enjoyed the opening. Leave me some comments down below what you thought. If you like it, if you don't like it, that's okay. I'm not really too concerned with people just hating to hate. People are gonna hate, but if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. If you smelled this fragrance, guys, let me know what your experience is with it. If you haven't, definitely recommend getting a sample of it, guys. It is worth every single penny. I don't say that lightly. Like I said, I spent my own money on this, so I'm literally putting my money where my mouth is, or vice versa, my mouth and my money is at. Guys, this stuff is phenomenal. Definitely get your nose on it. But comment down below, guys, what you thought of the video, what you think of this fragrance, or if you have any experience with Argos, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And remember, if you love it, wear it.